let's have a look at how we can actually set custom attributes for commissioning systems. So in this case, assigning commissioning systems to a PID. Basically, when you click on a line, you see on the right-hand panel the attributes. So the attributes that are marked in yellow, actually in yellow letters, those are custom attributes. These custom attributes can be changed during runtime. So these are attributes that are assigned by the user and can be changed by all users. And in this case, we'd call it commissioning system. And basically what we're doing here is marking a line and just assigning from a code list here a commissioning system to this line. So you see, when I leave that again, it is not visible what I've done unless I click on it. So if you want to change that, there's two ways to have a look at that. So either double clicking, and you see when I basically leave this line here, we can see that it's highlighted or marked red and everything else is grayed out. The second option to do this would be, let me unclick this again, would be to open on the left-hand menu this icon here for custom attributes. And if there's custom attributes defined in your project, you can choose from the drop down here which one you want to visualize. In this case, commissioning system, and you'll see it will highlight again. Basically, assigning a commissioning system does not require only just to select items one by one. You can also select them in bulk, for example, saying, okay, this station here has got to be one commissioning system. So by marking up several items and highlighting them, I can actually assign systems easily. So let's see what we're going to do here. Let's say commissioning system 4. And you can also change them subsequently. So marking this, for example, as commissioning system number 3. And having this, you can actually also export commissioning systems and PIDs by just clicking on the file management menu and selecting save to PDF as shown. So we will have the exact view we have now here and picking a location. So it will create a PDF from this and open it up directly. You see here, my Acrobat just popped up showing this exact view of the commissioning systems we had. Additionally to this, how can we actually visualize, how else can we visualize this? So first of all, you can use the legend feature to do this. So now that I've actually still opened up this custom attributes panel here, you can actually see the custom attributes in use here. 1, 3, and 4, so red, blue, and green. Before we save this as a PDF, we might want to add a legend here. So, but why is it only 1, 3, and 4 showing here? We have 5 commissioning systems. It's because of this icon here, the eye. With the eye, you can actually toggle between having all possible values shown or just the values used in the currently open PID. And this is not only valid for the display under custom attributes, but also when you use this icon, setting a legend that can be freely moved around your PID. So when I zoom in here, you actually see the color key placed in the legend, or the commissioning systems in use on this PNID and for all of them when I actually disable the eye. So if I repeat the saving to PDF again, so I'll just give it a name. You'll actually see the legend also in place. So it's easy to tell which system is which in use currently. So besides that, what else can you actually do with the commissioning systems and the legend? This is not only valid for custom attributes. So let me turn these off here by selecting none in the custom attributes panel. So you see we're back to normal coloring. We can also use this for visualizing single systems. Just to explain, you see the custom attributes is actually showing me all commissioning systems I put on this PNID, but sometimes I just want to highlight one commissioning system to print that out and to turn it over to stakeholders. So in this case, we can use the display styles. And if I open a display style here, I can actually, hold on, not activate this. Okay, here we go. Commissioning systems. And you see I've actually got color groups within this display style. Where I can choose all of them, just some of them, or say, okay, please clear, and I want only commissioning system 3 colored, and open one related drawings, yes. And that's about it, because we don't have any other drawing that has commissioning system 3 in it. But you see it's highlighted only 3, and we can repeat this basically by saying, okay, we want 1 and 3. And you'll see that now red is marked up too. And additionally, in the display style and the color file, we have the option before activating the color to actually click this button here to place a legend, click on commissioning system, and say, okay, let's choose them all. And you will see it has placed a legend here containing the used commissioning systems and leaving everything else as it is. So, but what if we want to do a break in an existing line? So we actually want to do a subdivision of a line, because let's pick this line, and if I want to select it all, not just the single segments, I can also go here to pipe run item tag. In the attributes panel, right click and say select. So we'll actually select everything that belongs to this pipe run item tag. And I can bulk set commissioning system here by saying, okay, and this is going to be commissioning system 5, for example. Did I actually set it? Yes, I did. So, oh yes, this is because we have all this coloring here left. So if we want to delete the coloring, click on the color panel on the left, and we have a new button here with the 6.0 version. It was introduced. Revert all colors. So we'll reset everything to the original coloring coming from the authoring system without changing any values. So if I turn on commissioning systems again, you'll see that my commissioning system 5 is yellow here. But now I actually want to do a break somewhere in the middle of the line, because I want this here to actually be commissioning system 4, including these parts here. I'll just select them with the control key pressed. But the rest of the line is supposed to stay yellow. So how will we do this? We would actually go to our files tree and create a PID sketch. And from the catalog, for example, place a line break somewhere on the line. So it's still one line here, but what we can do now at the inserted object, we can click somewhere on either side on the pipeline or down the symbol, and this way actually click here break line, and you see that it's actually highlighted part of the segment. Do you want the segment to become a new object? Oh, yes, I do. And now I could go ahead, pick this line, the rest of the line, and assign a different commissioning system to it. So even more than that, what you can do here is go to attributes, click on the line, and just drag and drop this attribute here, and click on this line, drag and drop the attribute, so you can actually set these tags left and right of the line break to actually visualize which commissioning system is on which side of the line break. So more than that, you can also click on Files, and you see under the PID sketch, we have now 2 comments added. You can turn off the leader lines, and the picture is perfect here now. So even without the legend, you can exactly tell which commissioning system starts at which end of the line. So and that also goes for existing objects, by the way. So let's say here we want to break at a valve, because this is also, I see, one of the questions we got here. So I just click somewhere close to the valve, click this to become a new object, and instantly I can assign to this part before the valve a different system than what we have behind it. So what else can we do with the data we have now? In order to actually show this, I would like to go ahead and involve a second PID here. Was this one? So here we go. And say, okay, I want these here marked as commissioning system 1, 2, and maybe have another commissioning system, yeah, for these objects here. Highlighted a bit more much, I guess, here, yes. And add this nozzle, saying this is commissioning system 5, and the rest of it having commissioning system 2. And then let's go back to our initial PID. So why did I mark all of this up? At some point in time, we will also want to do a report and see, okay, what have we got actually in the different commissioning systems? What belongs to which commissioning system? So we will go to reporting of commissioning systems related information in and across a PID. So in order to do that, we are going to the Files menu, and then the second icon here says Create Report. So for this case, I have a predefined report called Commissioning Systems, and as you see, we've got it sorted here now by commissioning systems, but we can also sort by drawing name, item tag, and having this. I see, okay, items that do not have an item tag, they technically don't need to have a commissioning system. So I right click on does not exist and say hide this value. And I get a result with recording item tags, including, for example, these two pumps here. And this is going across all pin IDs. Why? Because we defined the report that way. So when I click on the gear, I can also change, okay, this is from all open pin IDs. I could say, okay, reduce it to the selection of the current pin ID. Yeah, which is logical. I have nothing selected here. But if I go, hold on, go into the pin ID and say, okay, I do select something and then just update the report. Oh, I still haven't got anything. Or I could say, okay, I want all elements, then it's reporting across all pin IDs. And you'll see that we're actually getting all results here now again. So this is all great, but what else can we actually do from here, from this point? We can, for example, sort by item tag, and let's pick some, well, like pumps. Click on P001A and say, okay, this is commissioning system 2, and by clicking into this field in the report, I can actually change the assignment of this line. So changing an assignment of a commissioning system directly from a report can be very helpful for bulk changes. So in this case, let's say I want to change not only P001A, but I want to change this pump too. And let's see, what else would we want to change? Let's say, let's take these items into our selection and the D240 and say, okay, and all these here that we marked up, they all belong to commissioning system number 2. And see this, all the selected items have become pink now. And if I now click on one of them here and say fit, it will actually show that it has changed the assignment in the pin ID 2. So this makes it easier for you to pinpoint the changes and manage them better by using the reporting functionalities. So what else can we do here? I was asked many times, well, can you also transfer automatically the commissioning system assignments to 3D? And the answer is not yet. We're working on this for a future release, but we do have some easy way to actually get to this goal. For example, let me unassign the whole PID by setting it to unknown. And you see all my assignments are gone now. And I can go ahead and say, okay, I want this to be commissioning system number 1. And you see here 65 3D objects found for my marked option here. When I click on that one, it's actually highlighted me in the 3D all objects belonging to that, and having the same attribute commissioning systems here, I can actually set it to commissioning system 1. And by double clicking on the commissioning system, I can also colorize the 3D objects accordingly. So when I say, click on this and say, that's fine, I want to jump back to my PNID. So here we go. You can also assign systems first for example, like this, and say, okay, this is commissioning system number 4, and use the search function by saying, okay, 004, and you'll see it automatically found everything that has this attribute. By clicking on it, we're highlighting it, and now I can jump to 3D, mark up the object, and say, hey, you are commissioning system number, I think it was 4 I picked, right? Let's check on this. And we've got commissioning system 04. So this way we actually easily, with a few clicks, transferred our commissioning systems from PNID to visualize them in 3D.